Now we are going to discuss the next topics of this chapter. Tables in web page. HTML tables enable you to effectively present large amount of data in rows and columns. You can also use tables to organize the overall structure of a web page. Every table is basically a rectangle containing rows and columns. The place where the columns and rows intersect are called cells. Each cell can hold web page content or link. Using HTML attributes, you can set the size of an entire table as well as the size of particular cells. Building blocks of HTML tables are: first you have to use the table tag to define the table in a web page. It means to create a table in a web page, first you have to use the table tag. Then tr tag to define a row. To create one row or second row, you have to use tr tag. It means to create a row in a table, every time you have to use tr tag. Then th tag to define header. It means to create a column in a table, you have to use th tag. To create every column, you have to use different th tags. Then td tag to define the table data or cell content. It means to create the values or to create the entries in the columns or rows, you have to use td tag. So these are the attributes that you can use with the table tag. First is summary. It defines a text string that gives a brief description of the table. Then border. It specifies the width of the border around the table in pixels. The default value varies with each browser. For example, table border is equal to 1. That means a thick line around the table. Then border color. It specifies the color of the table border as the RGB number or a color name. BG color, it defines the color for the table background as the RGB number or a color name. Align attribute is used to align the table horizontally or vertically. Width is used to define the width of the table. To create a table, you have to use the table tag first to define the table structure. To create a row, you have to use the tr tag. And to create the columns, you have to use the th tag. For every column, you have to use the different th tag. It means, as you can see on the screen, to create item name column, you have to use first th tag, then you have to close. And to create the next column as price per unit, you have to use different th tag and you have to close it. And for the next column, you have to use next th tag. Then close the first row with, that means close the tr tag. Then to create the second row, you have to use the tr tag again, and to enter the values of the columns, you have to use the td tag. Item name laptop. First td tag is closed. To create the price, you have to use the different td tag, and to create the quantity, you have to use the next td tag. And then close the tr tag. That means you are closing the second row. And for the third row, you have to use the tr tag again, and to enter the values, you have to use the td tag. At last, close the table tag and save the program with the new name and .html extension. So after opening the web page, this will be the output. This type of table will be created in a web page. Next is centering a table. It means to place a table in a center position in a web page. To do this, you have to use center tag before table tag. It means you have to use center tag before the table tag, and after creating a table, after closing the table tag, then you have to close the center tag. Save the program with new name and .html extension. After opening, this will be the output. After using the center tag before table tag, your table will be placed in center position in web page. Adding border. By default, a table does not have any border unless you add one. You can add a border to a table to separate each cell in the table using border attribute. This will make the data in the table easier to read. And to create a border around the table, you have to use the border attribute under the table tag and you have to specify the value. After this, you have to save the program with new name and .html extension. When you open the web page, this type of output you can see on the screen. Now the border is created around the table. Spanning cells. You can combine two or more cells in a row or column to make one large cell. The attribute col span or row span indicate how many columns or rows a cell should take up. Spanning cells, also called merging cells. It means you are combining more than one cells in a table, is mainly used to display a title across the top or downside of a table. And to span the cells, you have to use col span in table heading th tag. You have to use col span attribute and then you have to specify the value. Save the program. After opening the program, you can see this type of heading is created or this type of col span or cells is merged in a table. Next, to use the row span attribute, you have to use it in th tag, specify the value and save the program with new name and .html extension. After opening the program or after opening the web page, this type of output you can see on your screen. Now, four cells downwards are combined into one cell. Adding color to a table. You can add background color to a table to emphasize information. You can add background color to a cell, a row or to an entire table. It means you can create a background color in one cell also, an entire row also and to entire table also according to your need. And to add the background color, if you want to add the background color in row, then you have to use the bg color attribute under the tr tag. And if you want to apply the color in column heading, then you have to use it in th tag. And if you want to apply the bg color or background color on entire table, then you have to use the bg color attribute under the table tag. And then you have to specify the value of the color. You can specify it in this manner also and you can specify it as red, green. That means alphabetic value you can also display under the bg attribute. And when you save the program and then after opening it in Internet Explorer, this type of output you can see. You have applied the bg color attribute under row. So now the color is applied in the row section. Adjusting table size. You can control the exact size of a table using the width and height attribute in the table tag. You can specify a table size in pixel of the browser window. When setting a width in pixels, limit the value to 750 pixels. That means you cannot exceed the value more than 750. You have to use the value under 750 pixels to ensure the table fits on the screen. And to use this, you have to use width attribute and height attribute under table tag and then you have to specify the value. Save the program. After opening the program or after opening the web page, this type of output you can see on the screen. Next is adjusting cell padding and spacing. You can use padding to add space between the border and the content of a cell. You can use spacing to increase the border size or distance between cells. Padding and spacing sizes are measured in pixels. And to use, you have to use cell padding attribute and cell spacing attribute under table tag and then specify the value. After saving the program, after opening the web page, you can see this type of output on your screen. Now you can see this type of space between the cells and space between the border and the content of the table. Changing the alignment. The alignment of data within your table cells can be controlled using the align and realign attribute. The align attribute controls horizontal alignment, that means left, center and right. By default, all the table data you enter into cells is left aligned. The v-align attribute control the vertical alignment, top, middle and bottom. By default, the table data is vertically aligned to appear in the middle of each cell. To change the cell alignment, you have to use align attribute under table data tag, TD tag. After using the align attribute, you have to specify the values center, left or right. I am specifying center, and then after saving the program with new name and .html extension, after opening the web page, you can see this type of output. You can see now the data is in the center position of the cell. Next is creating newspaper style columns. You can use the table format to present text in multiple columns on your web page, much like a newspaper. You may organize your text into 2 or 3 columns. You can use the vertical alignment attribute to make each column align at the top of the table. And to do this, you have to use v-align attribute under td tag, and then you have to specify the value top, and with width attribute you have to specify the width of the cell also. And after using this, you have to save the program with new name and .html extension. This type of output you can see after opening the web page. Now this type of columns is created under a table